do a family shot.
Elon, you have to have a picture with your boy.
Yeah.
We have to get Elon with his boy.
Okay. Absolutely.
That's a gorgeous, perfect boy.
Tristan's almost a job.
Trump has been basking in the glow of his second presidential win. Elon Musk has stood by his side as his closest ally, making himself at home at Mar-a-Lago and tweeting up a storm about his new advisory role. Whether it's letting Musk join a phone call with Ukrainian President Zelensky or naming him to lead the Department of Government Efficiency to cut government spending, Trump clearly thinks there's a lot of value in his relationship with Elon Musk. While he's put Musk in the driver's seat, JD Vance has found himself sidelined. Vance, who appeared poised to wield influence in the Trump team, has been met with little involvement, raising questions about the role of a vice president in an administration dominated by strong personalities. Vance's situation is not unique. Historically, vice presidents have struggled to find relevance in administrations where the president dominates the public's attention. Mike Pence faced similar criticisms, though Pence notably assumed a more prominent role during moments of crisis.
If it wasn't for your vote, we would not have Joe Biden in the White House.
Right.
Joe Biden shouldn't be there. And all those wonderful things that you and Trump were doing together would be continuing, and this country would be on the right path.
It's an issue that continues to be misunderstood. I know by God's grace I did exactly what the Constitution of the United States required of me that day. And I kept my oath. Let me be very respectful of the question and tell you, look, states conduct our elections. You never want to let Washington, D.C. run elections. You certainly would never want one person in Washington, D.C. to decide who the President of the United States is.
You weren't deciding. You were just sending it back to the states.
Ma'am, let me explain it to you. States conduct elections. Iowa, where I live in Indiana. And after there were questions in a half a dozen or so states, we had reviews of the results, 60 different lawsuits that went to the courts. Where there are questions, there's two ways that they're reviewed. Number one is you take those issues to the legal process in the state for recount. Okay? Secondly, you take them to the courts, which we did very aggressively. Now, there were voting irregularities that took place. You had a half a dozen states that changed the rules in the name of COVID, but the courts upheld those changes in virtually every instance. The Constitution of the United States, in Article 2, says the job of the Vice President is to serve as the presiding officer of a joint session where you open and count the votes. Don't take my word for it, go read the Constitution. Not really, I say this with great affection and respect. The Constitution is very clear. My job was to oversee a session of Congress where objections could be heard, and I made sure that objections would be recognized. So we would hear whatever evidence or whatever debate there was, but the Constitution says you open and count the votes, no more, no less. The Constitution affords no authority for the Vice President or anyone else to reject votes or return votes to the states. Never been done before, should never be done in the future. I'm sorry, ma'am, but that's actually what the Constitution says. No Vice President in American history ever asserted the authority that you have been convinced that I had. But I want to tell you, with all due respect, I said when I announced, President Trump was wrong about my authority that day, and he's still wrong. I believe it with all my heart.
As for Trump's actual incoming vice president, JD Vance just can't find himself a seat at the cool kids table. Last weekend, Trump shared a picture of his inner circle on his private plane enjoying McDonald's. Trump was surrounded by Musk, his son Don Jr., House Speaker Mike Johnson, and RFK Jr. Vance is nowhere to be found. Elon Musk, the enigmatic billionaire and CEO of Tesla, has increasingly become the figure of most influence within Donald Trump's political orbit. Reports suggest he has been entrusted with tasks that are both symbolic and strategic. Musk has been a vocal participant in policy discussions, particularly those involving technology, Dogecoin became a phenomenon in 2021, with Musk and other prominent figures and celebrities endorsing the cryptocurrency. The meme coin became so popular that its market value rose to $45 billion. Musk was one of the coin's biggest supporters, so much so that in 2023 he even temporarily changed the logo on X to the Doge logo. Musk will oversee the new Department of Government Efficiency alongside Vivek Ramaswamy. Also known as Doge, Doge memes could return in 2025 when President-elect Donald Trump takes office, according to a statement by Trump shared on X. Together, these two will pave the way for the Trump administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies, essential to the Save America movement. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy have vowed to slash federal spending by at least $2 trillion, suggesting that they'll target agencies like the Pentagon and the Department of Education, though it's unclear how they've arrived at this figure.
Instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin. Fourth, at the suggestion of Elon Musk, I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. We need to do it. Can't go on the way we are now. And Elon, because he's not very busy, has agreed to head that task force. Be interesting. If he has the time, that'd be a good one to do it, but he's agreed to do it. In 2022, fraud and improper payments alone cost taxpayers an estimated hundreds of billions of dollars. As the first order of business, this commission will develop an action plan to totally eliminate fraud and improper payments within 6 months. This will save trillions of dollars, trillions. It's massive. For the same service that you have right now, trillions of dollars is wasted and gone, and nobody knows where it went.
Musk's ability to dominate headlines and shape public discourse aligns with Trump's reliance on media to connect with his base. Together, they have formed a narrative of success for the next 4 years in America. Elon Musk has mastered the art of using media, traditional outlets and social media platforms alike, to amplify his ideas and promote his ventures. Whether it's a single tweet that causes cryptocurrency prices to spike, or a dramatic unveiling of futuristic projects, Musk knows how to keep himself and his companies in the spotlight. Trump's use of media outlets has been the hallmark of his political career. By combining their media influence and aligned visions, Trump and Musk have created a powerful narrative of success that will shape political discourse over the next 4 years. Whether this partnership delivers tangible benefits or remains largely symbolic will depend on how their vision translates into actionable policies. Caroline Levitt, a Trump-Vance transition spokesperson, said, "Elon Musk and President Trump are great friends and brilliant leaders working together to make America great again." Elon Musk is a once-in-a-generation businessman, and our federal bureaucracy will certainly benefit from his ideas and efficiency. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to World of Finance TV and turn on the notification.